Okay. So, I hope we can at least somehow finish it off, hopefully. It's a huge thing, but I hope we can do it. Now, so we talk about jobs. Some adjectives for jobs, if you want to describe a job. It's a hard job, it's an easy job, it's a tough job. What else? Full-time, part-time, we talked about it. What is flex time? Flex time. Flex time. We also have flexi time. The British add an I here. I don't like it because I don't speak British English. So flexi time or flex time. Have you heard flex time? Have you heard of some companies like Google, Facebook? They offer nice places you go in. Employees are sitting like, and then playing ping pong. Like there's a pool table, like that. And then you can go to office instead of 9, you can go 10. Yeah? As long as you work. So flex time is basically not that, but flex time is some companies, they give you time. Instead of going 9 to 5, you can go 10 to 6. You can go 11 to, there is a range. Some people can go earlier because they have kids. School thing and all that. So that's called flex time. If a company offers you flex time or has flex time opportunities, if you have the option of flex time, that's what it means. Labor. Some jobs involve. You say my job involves what? Manual labor. What is manual? Man.
Use.
Woman. Man. Woman. No. Manual is for your hands.
Yeah.
Not the man and woman. So manual labor, manual work means the things that you should do with your work. It means physical labor. It means if your job involves manual labor, that is you have to handle things, like you have to pick things up. There's some heavy lifting. In Canada, when there are jobs, they write, for example, in the job description, job description? They write, must be able to lift heavy things, heavy objects up to 50 pounds, up to 25 pounds. They must state at the beginning. It's in your contract sometimes. Lifting heavy objects. Yes, I can lift heavy objects, and then next month, here she is in some hospital. So that's it. So manual labor, manual work is the things. Manual has another meaning as a noun. This is adjective. What's that?
It's with a book.
This is adjective. Yes.
Show you how to use it.
Yeah, when you buy something, a product like a camera, for example, there's a manual. You read the manual. Okay, this is how. How many people actually read manuals here? You read manuals? Really? You read manuals too? So most others don't, right? Let's start. This is the record, and this, yeah? That's good. Julia, I would never ever really imagine that about you because you have no patience. I don't see any patience in you. Now, let's put this here. That's page 95.
No, don't read the thing, just...
Oh, shh. Okay, shh. Yeah? That's not reading the manual.
No, just scanning.
But that's good. Even that is great. I appreciate it. That's great. I personally don't do it. So reading manuals is good, but the manual work means something you do with your hands. So, for example, in a car, some cars, they have manual transmission. Like that. Some are automatic transmission. It's not manual. So we have manual transmission, transmission. It's like the system, the gear system and all that. You have a gear actually, and that's manual. So office jobs, of course. Some people like office jobs. Some people like to be out in the field. And so desk jobs. Who likes desk jobs here? Does anybody like desk jobs? Sit at the desk in the morning, go like a nice guy and sit there in your coffee there? Yeah? No? You don't like desk jobs? Hi, John. And in the afternoon, bye, John. And you don't like it? Desk jobs are good. Some people consider it to be very lucky to just have a desk job. You go sit there and your coffee is there. Yeah, your biggest problem maybe is like the coffee is too hot or too cold or too much coffee in there. Or today we're out of coffee. Administrative jobs. What are administrative jobs? You work as an administrator. maybe like reception, secretary, maybe stuff you work with papers, you put, we have, not necessarily that, because we have administrative assistant, which is a job itself. She's an administrative assistant. If you say he's an administrative assistant or she's an administrative assistant, it's like a secretary, but administrative jobs are usually jobs that you work with papers and files and names and all that and things like that, and machines like fax machine, like printers and all that, and those are administrative jobs. And then you talk to people and clients. We'll talk about different kinds of jobs like customer service, this and that, right after this. Carpenters, doctors, and that finishes everything about jobs, hopefully. Some other adjectives. Some jobs are demanding. What's a demanding job? Oh, my job is very demanding.
High requirements.
It's kind of challenging, kind of difficult because you have to do a lot of things, right? A demanding job. A demanding boss. Who's a demanding boss? Well, my boss is really demanding. Some parents say, like, my kids are demanding. It means he has a lot of demands. Do this, do that. Why did you do that? What? Do this, do that, go there, do this. Like in one day, he expects me a lot. He expects a lot from me. He's very demanding. A demanding job is a job that expects a lot from you. Now some jobs are physically demanding. Physically demanding jobs that are physically difficult. Yeah, you have to do a lot of things physically. Some jobs are mentally demanding. You have to think a lot. It involves a lot of thinking. Yes, some jobs are stressful. He loves stressful jobs. This is one of the first people I've ever met who loves stress. Yeah, some people like, what is the opposite of stressful? If you want to use the word stress. Stress? Stress-free. Huh? Stressful or stress-free. So some people like stress-free jobs. Like fat-free. You know fat-free? No fat. Like fat-free chips. Calm and quiet. Stress-free. You see, my job is very rewarding. Something they say about, like, for example, teaching, they say it's very rewarding. It's a very rewarding occupation. Why? Because when you see people, it's not rewarding because somebody gives you an award or reward. And we will talk about the difference between reward and award, but not now, because we'll finish this. You win a competition, or like you go to Oscar, they give you a reward or award. That's an award there. Reward is you do something nice and I give you a reward right now. But that's not because of that. A rewarding job is very satisfying because you see, for example, a teacher, while teaching, they say it's a very rewarding job because you see the progress in the people you're teaching, and that makes you feel good. It gives you some sort of a job satisfaction. You know job satisfaction? Job satisfaction. So job satisfaction is very important. Usually job satisfaction comes from you liking your job. If you're interested in your job or not. Rewarding job, a hard job, tough job, difficult job, easy job. Boring. What's the opposite of boring? Interesting. What's the opposite of interesting? Uninteresting. This is a very interesting job, boring job. Some jobs involve a lot of repetition. Repeat, repetition. What's the adjective?
Repetitive.
Repetitive. Repetitive. Repeat, repetitive. Repeat, repetitive. Some jobs are very repetitive. It's routine and repetitive and same old, same old. Have you heard same old, same old? Say, hey, what's up? Nothing. Not much. Same old, same old. Same old, same old. It's same old, same old. Same old, same old. Same old, same old. Same things happening again and again and again. All over again. Everybody say repetitive. Repetitive. Repetitive.
Repetitive.
What's the noun for repeat?
Repetition.
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 Repetition. Repetition. So repetitive, but repetition. Repetition.
Repetition.
Repetition. I told you
Repetition.
many times. He said it. He said it many times. He said it. Repetition. Repetitive. No. He said it.
Repetitively. Yeah, repetitively.
Repetitively. So we have two ones. One is, where would I write this? Okay, we talked about this.
No, I have.
So, he said it repeatedly or repetitively. Repeatedly. Repetitively. Repetition. Repeat. Repeated. Repeatedly. Repetitive. Repetition. Like competition. Competitive. Competitor. Compete. Competitively. Competitiveness. Competitively-ness.
Sorry, teacher. Repetitively.
Repetitively. Repetitively.
T
Repetitively.
It's I. It's I. Repetitively.
Repetition. Yeah.
and here repetitive.
No. No. This is right.
And out there, down, repetitive is I.
Which one?
Here.
Oh, sorry.
I.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you. Always say. So repetition, repetitive. Say repetitive. Repetitive. Thank you. Sometimes I go home like watch the videos. Oh, the spelling should have been like that. Say it. Repetitive. And repetition. Actually, the spelling is easy when you look at this. It's the same, only here it is. Repetition, which is I here. When you write fast, this happens. Repetition. Repetition, which is French, close to German. German would be Repetition. So, repetition, repetitive, repeatedly, repeat. He said, I told you repeatedly, on numerous occasions. You know, on numerous occasions, on numerous occasions means different times. I told you on numerous occasions. On numerous occasions. He repeated it. He said it repeatedly. Repeatedly means repeated. But when you say repetitively, it's very negative, right? Something that is repetitive, a repetitive job, repeats and repeats and repeats and repeats. It's different from like a repeated job. We don't say a repeated job. What we mean that a job is, for example, repetitive, we say repetitive. Or repetitive job. It's repeated, repeated, repeated. It's so repetitive. Sometimes you see, what do we say for this in English? When you do something very hastily, you know, hastily? We have hasty and hastily, right? Hasty. You make mistakes.